Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the Joe Thornton Community Center in St. Thomas, Ontario for tonight's GOJHL matchup. It's the first of the regular season for the Komoka Kings as they are in St. Thomas to take on the Stars. The Stars were in action last night for their season opener, and they are riding high coming into this one. It was a 2-0 shutout victory over the Leamington Flyers yesterday for St. Thomas. A huge win to start the season for the Stars, who finished last season in 7th place in the Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League's Western Conference. The year prior, they missed the playoffs. That was in 2019-2020 when they finished all the way down in 9th place. A good year last year and a lot to build off of for the upcoming campaign. Last night for St. Thomas, Wyatt Slochis was on his game. It was a relatively even game for the first period or so when the Stars got out to their 2-0 lead with 7 shots for the Stars and 6 for the Flyers. Nick Hubin and Callum Snedden scored both Stars goals, and then in the second period, the Flyers poured it on with 20 shots to the Stars' 6. And then in the third period, 11 shots for the Stars, 12 for the Leamington Flyers, as St. Thomas managed to hold on with a 2-0 victory over the Leamington Flyers for the Kings. They are coming off an overtime loss in their last preseason game against the London Nationals back at the Komoka Wellness Center a couple of weeks ago. And they are looking to take the win here in their season opener against St. Thomas. They've got Omar Hage starting in goal. Omar in the preseason played in 3 games, a .549 goals against and an .865 save percentage. The Kings yesterday announced the signing of Justin McClelland, a defenseman, 2003-born D-man, who played his last hockey with the London Junior Knights U18 AAA team. And Chris Crocker was named captain this week for the Komoka Kings. Crocker in his second year with the Kings. Last season it was his first coming from Toronto, going to Western University. And Crocker leads by example with his work ethic by all accounts from coaches and front office staff. They love Chris Crocker, and they think he is just a terrific player to lead this young team. The theme for the Kings is going to be youth in the forward group this season. A lot of 2005-born players, a couple of 2006s as well, and Jagan Chanderdat and Gavin McGahee-Smith. On the back end, there's a little more experience. McClellan's an 03, so is Judd Katz. Chris Coulter is a 2003-born defenseman as well. Tyler Entwistle is a 2005-born D-man. Carter Lawrence is 2005. Chris Crocker, 2002. Ethan Matthews, 2003. So a little more experience on defense for the Komoka Kings than what you'll see in the forward group. But this forward group, despite their youth, is not a forward group to sneeze at. They are a good squad, and they will be looking to score on a very hot goaltender in Wyatt Slochis tonight. Slochis played terrifically against the Komoka Kings in the 2 preseason games that these two teams played against each other. The Kings opened the preseason just as they're opening the regular season in St. Thomas against the Stars, and it was a 1-0 Kings overtime victory over the Stars in that contest. Wyatt Slochis did not allow the overtime goal. He split the game with Kiefer McNeil, who is backing up the starter for St. Thomas in this one. And it was a 1-0 loss for St. Thomas in that contest. The next time the two teams faced off, Wyatt Slochis allowed a couple of goals to the Komoka Kings, but he was still on his game, making big saves in the early portion of that contest. The Kings will be looking to have a little more success here in this one. Obviously, the preseason giving chances to a lot of guys who may not be on your squad. You've got guys who are just getting some experience in Junior B, playing a few preseason games, that may be playing U18 or U16 even in the upcoming season. So the Kings weren't at full strength in that contest, but they are here today with the exception of one player. Will Lewis is not in the lineup for the Komoka Kings in this one. He is serving game 1 of a 3-game suspension he received last playoffs in the series against the Chatham Maroons in that final contest. So he will be out until the Kings take on the Sarnia Legionnaires next Thursday in what will be Sarnia's home opener. The Kings are playing their home opener tomorrow night in Komoka against the Chatham Maroons. We'll have the broadcast on Hockey TV, and we'll do our best to bring it to you on YouTube as well, though that may not be possible, still to be determined. The The Kings weren't sure for a period this offseason whether Omar Hage was going to be back in the pipes for the team, but he is, and the Kings could not be more thrilled to have him. He was a terrific goaltender last year for Komoka, and you'd expect that with a year of experience, his skills will only grow greater in this league. Player introductions happening right now on the ice. The starting lineup for the St. Thomas Stars is Cole Jenkin on the back end with Logan Vandenacker, Jackson Phillips, Callum Snedden, Connor Snedden are up front for the St. Thomas Stars to start this contest. This is the Kings' first game since the tragic passing of Eli Palferman, the captain of the Air Centennials. We'd like to offer our sincerest condolences to the Palferman family, the Air Centennials organization, and offer strength to everyone who knew Eli, as this is a very difficult time for all in the GOJHL. Nearly wrapped up here on the ice from St. Thomas. We'll bring you the national anthem here shortly. Of course, the Queen also passed away yesterday. Queen Elizabeth reigned for 70 years, and we wish strength to the royal family and the people of the United Kingdom as they go through this difficult time as well. Introductions now complete here at the Joe Thornton Community Center. A reasonable crowd on hand for the home opener for the St. Thomas Stars. We'll set it down to ice level now for the national anthem, and we'll be back for puck drop.
I would now like to ask both teams to gather together around the center ice face-off circle for a special moment before our regular season kicks off here at the Joe. Anyone who's involved in junior hockey knows how small a community it really is. On the ice tonight, we have players that have played all around the league on different teams, and some who even played minor hockey together. On Tuesday, August 30th, the hockey world was shocked and saddened to learn of the tragic death of Eli Palferman, captain of the Air Centennials. The St. Thomas Stars and the Komoka Kings now stand together in center ice and would like to express their deepest condolences to Eli's family, friends, teammates, and the Air Centennials Hockey Club. We stand with you in mourning the loss of this young man and leader. We kindly ask that everyone now stand, remove your hat, and bow your head for a moment of silence in memory of Eli, to be followed by God Save the Queen in honor of the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. Thank you.
Beautiful, touching ceremony to honor Eli Palfreyman before God Save the Queen in honor of the passing of Queen Elizabeth leads us into this contest here at the Joe Thornton Community Center between the Komoka Kings and the St. Thomas Stars. The 2022-2023 GOJHL season for the Komoka Kings is about to get underway. The Kings, as mentioned, will start in goal with Omar Hage, who had a .549 goals against, .865 save percentage in the preseason. The St. Thomas Stars will go with the man who shut out the Flyers last night as Wyatt Slochus gets the call in goal for the Stars. He made every single save he had to yesterday in that winning effort. The Stars start on the back end with Logan Vandenacker and Cole Jenkin up front, Jackson Phillips, Callum and Connor Snedden. The Kings on the back end feature Chris Crocker and Judd Katz up front, Nolan Burnside, Adam Zuckerman, and Justin Skirton. In this one, we are underway. The Kings are in action for their first game of the GOJHL season as Judd Katz plays the puck in the corner. A hit there as the Stars look to work it around. Komoka will exit the zone. It's Adam Zuckerman skating it through. Zuckerman featuring a new number this season, number 77 on the back of his white Komoka Kings sweater. Kings are in white, Stars are in green here in this St. Thomas home opener. Omar Hage out of his net to play the puck behind the goal. Comes back to the blue line for Vandenacker. Goes across to Jenkin, who sends it around the boards. Played around, down low, now deflected there by Callum Snedden. Snedden looking to work it over to his line mate. Crocker tries to get in there to corral that puck. Played by Jackson Phillips at the blue line. Kings will be able to clear as Nolan Burnside rushes up ice. He's got Zuckerman to his left. Plays the puck over to him. Zuckerman back towards Burnside, but the shot won't go. In the corner now, chasing after it is Kyle GOJHL fresh over the boards, but it'll be played there by Cole Jenkin. Pass sent dangerously into the slot, but no repercussions for the Stars as Ethan Matthews will go back to get it. Matthews paired up with Chris Coulter to start this contest off for the Komoka Kings. He'll flip it in, deflected by Wyatt Slochus into the corner. After it right now is Tristan Girth for the Stars. Coulter gets the puck deflection from Cody Scott, but that was saved by Slochus on the way to the goal. Down low, puck will go wide. Tyler Renneboog is on it trying to find possession. A hit there delivered by GOJHL as it gets sent back in deep. Renneboog offside. He'll have to retreat and go back. Tristan Girth on that puck for St. Thomas. Stick handles there. Pressure coming from Cody Scott, so he works it over to his partner. And now looking for it was Andrew Seminara. Couldn't get there. Comes back now at center ice where it's grabbed by Girth, who will lead the rush into the offensive zone for the Stars. Plays that on the backhand. Down low he goes off the side of the net. Watched closely there by the Kings as Josh Sinney back to the blue line. A shot saved by Hage, and it'll come to Cody Scott. So Omar Hage has his first stop of the 2022-2023 season. Kyle GOJHL racing up the ice. He's in the Stars' corner now as the Kings will get a change. Owen Lukings over the boards. Alex McLeod is their centerman, but with GOJHL staying on, he can't get on the ice right now as Sinney will skate it up and dump it in deep for the Stars. McLeod will head over the boards as GOJHL will head off. Behind the goal, it's played by Carter Lawrence. Lawrence finds McLeod at center ice. He'll dish it there and leave it for Owen Hay. Hay coming down the left side for Komoka. Looked to play it across to Lukings. Couldn't do it. In the corner, he stick handles. Plays it back up high to Tyler Entwistle. Entwistle to Lawrence. Walking in. Shooting save by Slochus. A good shot there from Carter Lawrence, but with no success as Slochus made the save. Puck will go all the way back into the Komoka zone. Lawrence is on it. Works it to Entwistle. Entwistle finds Owen Hay. Hay leaves it there for Alex McLeod, who tries to get a pass off to Owen Lukings. A man goes down there for the Stars. Comes back to Carter Lawrence. Deflected at center by Alex McLeod. And whipped in deep there by St. Thomas. Omar Hage will play that puck. Leaves it back behind his net. And Entwistle will carry it. Entwistle goes to Owen Hay. Hay dodged one man. Feeds Entwistle again. Carter Lawrence will flip that up in the air. Clanks off the roof of the Joe Thornton Community Center. And we've got ourselves a whistle. Just over 3 minutes into this contest between the Kings and the Stars. 2 shots for the Komoka Kings, just 1 for St. Thomas up to this point. Some good chances for both sides, though, as the faceoff will be taken by Jordan Medeiros. Medeiros wins the draw. Stars will play it, though pressure comes from the Kings, and Nick Bannister will send it out to center ice. Jenkin works it over to his partner, Vandenacker. Vandenacker gets it up ahead, and skating in is St. Thomas with Vandenberg on that puck. Vandenberg gets hit there by Judd Katz behind the goal, but Katz took the brunt of that and went down. Crocker goes to apply pressure in the corners. It's played by Medeiros. Medeiros and Dobbin are in there trying to corral that puck for the Stars. Nick Bannister digging away at it as well. A hit there by Crocker on Dobbin as it'll come free to the Kings captain. Stick handling behind his goal, goes over to his partner, Judd Katz. Katz the backhand feed to center ice, where Bannister will play it. Bannister flips that up into the air. McGahee-Smith can't find it. Kings stay on side as it's played by Cole Jenkin up ahead. Jenkin gets it all the way up to Dobbin, who will dump it in and head off for a change as Matthews and Katz go back to play the puck. It's Judd Katz carrying it through, works it over to Gavin McGahee-Smith. McGahee-Smith flips that in, bounces on goal, and Slochus will make the save. Pressure coming from Komoka as the first line gets out there for a change, and a dangerous try there on a pass that went right into the Kings zone. 2-on-1 with the Stars, but Coulter able to avoid the danger. Justin Skirton tries to corral that puck for the Kings. A good play by Adam Zuckerman to knock it off the stick of the Star, who had possession. Slochus plays it behind his goal, leaves it there for Tristan Girth. Girth stick handling and will feed it up to center. It gets past Ethan Matthews, but off the deflection from Callum Snedden, it gets right to Omar Hage, who will cover up and hold on for a face-off to follow. Face-off to the left of Omar Hage as Connor Snedden receives the boot. In to take it, Jackson Phillips. He wins it back towards Connor Snedden, but the shot was blocked. Justin Skirton gets that up ahead, and it'll be played in deep. Racing for it, Nolan Burnside. Burnside tries to find a pass, works it to Zuckerman. Zuckerman has an open man. It's Coulter. Coulter walking in and shooting. That goes high. Zuckerman after it in the corner for the Kings. Had it in his skates and then lost it as the Stars will carry it back the other way. It's Callum Snedden on that puck. Matthews applying pressure. Here's Jackson Phillips. A sharp angle shot that gets up high on Omar Hage, but he stood tall in goal. Zuckerman feeds it across to Coulter. Chris Coulter throws that out to center where it's cut off by Jackson Phillips, who drops it back for Callum Snedden to Phillips. To Snedden, a shot and a great save by Hage. We get a whistle. And now a scrum near the goal as the Stars were pushing, looking for a rebound with no success. 14:34 remaining in the first frame of action here from the Joe Thornton Community Center. Shots 3-2 in favor of St. Thomas now. Kyle Goodale will take the draw for the Kings against Nick Hubin. Face-off won by Komoka, and down low Tyler Entwistle plays the puck. Entwistle gets it to Cody Scott. Scott from his own end feeds it up to center, right under the stick of Kyle Goodale, down the ice, and icing is called. So the draw will come all the way back. Kings will be forced to keep the same unit out there. Looks like the Stars will too. They gave a quick peek to the bench, and Rob Coots said, yep, you guys can stay out there. So Nick Hubin will take the face off again, wins it cleanly back to the blue line. Stars going to look to start up an attack. Here is Catrice on the left side, thrown towards the goal. It'll miss wide, and Kostescu is back on it. Noah Kostescu has that puck for the Stars. Stick handling there. Feeds it up along the wall to Seminara at center. It'll go over to Kyle Goodale, covering for the defenseman Lawrence, as Entwistle plays that ahead towards Renaboo. Stars are offside. Goodale chasing after it. He's got that below the goal line. Goes to Carter Lawrence, who gets hit by Seminara. Coming in now, Seti behind the goal. Entwistle a hit there. It'll come free to Cody Scott. Scott has that in his own end. Looks to play it out to center. Chips it over to Carter Lawrence. Lawrence coming down the right side. The defenseman joining the rush. And the Kings are offside. Alex McLeod will take the face-off for Komoka against Holden Clark for the St. Thomas Stars. Draw one by the Stars. Goes back into their own zone. Slochus plays it and leaves it there for Vanden Acker. Vanden Acker plays that out to the slot. Slochus will feed it over to a forward to get it out of danger as it's played up by Harrison Franson across the blue line. And offside is the call. Took a quick shot as he crossed the line, not realizing that he was offside, so we get a whistle. Face-off will come to neutral ice. Holden Clark against Alex McLeod once more. McLeod centering the Kings' third line as he wins it back to Chris Crocker. Crocker feeds it over to Judd Katz, and he'll get it back now as he skates up through center. Crocker stick handles, flips it in deep. Crocker chases after it below the goal line. Works it over towards McLeod. Owen Hay covering for him at the point. In the corner now, a hit delivered as the puck comes to Crocker. Down low, a chance, a deflection for McLeod. Slochus made the save, but couldn't do anything with it as he lost control of that rebound. It gets sent all the way down the ice, and icing will be called again, but this time against St. Thomas. Kings will get a fresh group out there. They'll send the Bannister, McGahey, Smith, Chanderdat line. The two 16-year-olds centered by 17-year-old center Nick Bannister, as the puck is played below the goal line now by the Stars. Stick handling there on the left side. It's Camden Pellerine. Pellerine lost it. Here are the Kings. Bannister, a quick shot saved by Slochis. Stars look to evade danger here, as they'll play that puck in their own zone. Working it on the left side, it's Pellerine through center. Camden Pellerine takes a shot, blocked by Coulter. Omar Hage will watch it slide up against the goal, and will cover up and hold on for a face-off with 12:33 left in the first frame of action. Draw one in the offensive zone by the St. Thomas Stars. Kings get possession now. Quick shot on Omar Hage, and a big save by the Kings goaltender. At the blue line, Sturgeon looks to hold it in. Couldn't do it. Ethan Matthews behind the net. Matthews towards Chris Coulter. Coulter left it there, and Chanderdat sent it down the ice. Icing waved off as Girth will go for it. Tristan Girth has that behind the net. Plays it on the right side. His pass was out of the reach of his forward, and Justin Skirton picks it up. Skirton centering the first line with Burnside and Zuckerman on his wings. Here's Matthews. Matthews, a little bit of open space, closing quickly, look to chip it to Zuckerman. Zuckerman gets it back for the Kings at the blue line. Entering the offensive zone, Girth trying to use that long reach to get it away from him. He did for a moment, but Zuckerman's back on it. Adam Zuckerman behind the goal for the Kings. Looks to find a passing option. Tried to go to Coulter, didn't work, instead drops it back for Burnside. Burnside in the corner, getting knocked there. Justin Skirton in there to give some support. The puck comes free to Zuckerman, plays it around the wall to Coulter. Coulter thrown towards the net, a save by Wyatt Slochis. It'll come back, and Skirton will cycle it back in deep. Zuckerman tries to find it for the Kings. Skirton delivers a hit, but the Stars have possession along the wall, trying to get it out. Medeiros couldn't do it. Vandenberg does. Feeds it up ahead to Dobbin, who flips it towards Matthews, who cut that off. Matthews works it to Coulter. Chris Coulter over to Justin Skirton. Skirton back for Ethan Matthews. Flipped ahead to center ice, where it's deflected by Zuckerman to avoid an icing, and the Kings will head off for a change. Burnside will remain in the offensive zone to apply pressure. Then he will skate towards the bench as well, as it's brought in by Jackson Phillips. Phillips stick handles below the goal line, a pass out to the slot. That was cut off. Lawrence will send it towards Cody Scott. Scott off the glass out to center ice, and here come the Kings. It's Goodale and Rennebu. Kyle Goodale looks to evade his defender. Goodale towards the goal, back in front on a deflection, and it didn't quite work. Off the glass, now the Stars will clear. Cody Scott trying to get on that puck quickly as pressure comes. Works a pass to Carter Lawrence. Lawrence at center ice will skate ahead. Looking to lead the rush for the Kings. Lawrence in off the side, shot it high, and Goodale tries to keep it in. Couldn't do that. Skating ahead now, St. Thomas. It'll be Connor Snedden across the blue line. Cody Scott cut that off and will feed Tyler Rennebu, who has more Stars near him than Kings, but will skate into the offensive zone. Scott with him. Here's Cody Scott from the slot. It went high. Rebound try. Slow just had to clear danger. Scott behind the goal still has it for the Kings. Cody Scott feeds Judd Katz. Walking, shooting. That was blocked and goes up and over the glass, out of play. Good chances on that last rush for the Kings, but no goal. Puck gets played down low now by the St. Thomas Stars, and Logan Vandenacker will send it on the left side towards Andrew Seminara, but couldn't find him. So Crocker plays that puck ahead to Owen Hay. Hay delivers a hit as he looks to get around the Stars defender with no success. Judd Katz gets it up to Owen Hay. Hay finds Owen Lukings. Lukings across the blue line, feeds McLeod. Alex McLeod back for Owen Lukings behind the net, but he was tied up. Crocker will pinch from the point as Hay gets back there to cover him, and that'll be necessary as Seminara plays that towards Nick Hubin, the captain of the St. Thomas Stars. At center ice, now into the offensive zone. Hubin looks to find that puck. Katz delivers a hit. It'll be played by Josh Sinney back to the blue line. Here's a chance for Seminara, blocked on the way by Crocker. Here comes Owen Hay down the right side. Hay tries to get around Cole Jenkin to no avail, and Crocker will get after it in the corner. He gets tripped up. No arm up on that play. Looked like he fell on his own. And now here's a pass to Andrew Seminara. He's got a break. Matthews trying to get back, and Seminara didn't have a clean handle on that puck. A feed sent across, and Hay looks for it. Back to the point. Here's Lukings. Lukings feeds Ethan Matthews, who will skate down the left side. Matthews walking in a shot. That was blocked by Tristan Girth. Has Bannister off the bench, but couldn't get the pass all the way over to him. Hubin will look to feed his man up ice. That is Harrison Franson. Franson, a pass to the slot. His stick was lifted. Back on it, McGahee Smith looking to clear the zone. Held in at the point. It'll be grabbed by Matthews towards Jagan Chanderdat. Chanderdat can't find that puck. It'll be grabbed by Chris Coulter. Coulter gets hit there by Camden Pellerine, and Chanderdat tries to get it out to center ice. He's out muscled by two Stars. Pass out to the slot, didn't go. Battling for possession now are the Kings. Coulter tries to get there. A shot from the blue line from Sturgeon, easily turned aside by Omar Hage. Stars still maintain possession, comes back to the slot, and McGahee Smith will steal it. Chanderdat works it to McGahee Smith, coming in, holding, shooting, a great shot by McGahee Smith, but Slocha stood tall in goal to make that save. At the blue line, here's Entwistle. Entwistle to Lawrence, a try. That was stopped by Wyatt Slochas. Stars will finally get that puck out of their zone, head off for a change as the Kings play it at center ice. Great pressure by the Kings' fourth line. McGahee Smith, Bannister, Chanderdat all getting chances, as well as Carter Lawrence on the back end, as Adam Zuckerman now over the boards, plays that in the corner. Lawrence looking to hold it in for the Kings. Zuckerman racing after it, can't quite get there. It's Medeiros on that puck. Sends it around now. Entwistle tries to hold the line with a hit. It'll get deflected now as the Stars get it out off the glass, and Zuckerman will play that in his own zone. Zuckerman works it over to Carter Lawrence. Lawrence on the right side. 7 minutes remaining in this first frame between the Stars and the Kings. Lawrence will chase after it now in the corner. Look to get a pass to Burnside. That didn't work. Here's Dobbin on that puck. Jackson Dobbin from the corner. Cut off by Carter Lawrence. Given away now. Here's Vandenberg. Vandenberg stick handles there. Tries to get it to Dobbin. And after it quickly is Justin Skirton on the right side. Skirton. Stick handles there for the Kings. A long lead pass for Burnside that didn't go, and it'll be an icing call against Komoka. Face-off will go to the right of Omar Hage as the draw is won by the Kings in their own end, and they will play it around. Puck will clear the zone, but St. Thomas will throw it right back in. On it is Carter Lawrence. He and his partner Tyler Entwistle have been out for a long shift. Here's Justin Skirton. Skirton skates ahead with Cody Scott. Skirton stick handles there. He gets knocked. Scott has the puck down low, lost it. Goes through the legs of Adam Zuckerman. Now here come three Stars the other way against one defender in Judd Katz. Phillips fed across, and a great play by Katz to cut the pass. Here is Zuckerman down low. Adam Zuckerman trying to find that puck. Gets his stick in there. Entwistle racing after it down low. Will hit his man. That is Josh Sinney. Sinney stick handles there. Back to the blue line. Kostescu goes across. It's a shot that was blocked by Entwistle. Still out there on this long shift for the Kings. Pass out in front, and a great try for Brendan Catrice, but it was cut off. Kostescu will send it around the boards, and after it now is Komoka as Entwistle plays that down low. Entwistle around the boards. Here is Judd Katz trying to get to that puck. Adam Zuckerman will send it out to center ice. Cody Scott racing after it, looking to apply pressure on Brendan Catrice. Catrice doing a good job of keeping it away from him, and now he'll skate ahead with the puck. Catrice fed up to Hubin. Hubin coming in, a shot saved by Omar Hage. And now the Kings look to recover in their own zone. Played by Sinney in the corner. Sinney. A pass that was blocked by Cody Scott. He'll feed it up to Tyler Rennebaug. Rennebaug has Crocker to his right. Drops it back. Goodale looking for it. Couldn't get there. And now it'll be Vandenacker on it. Vandenacker skates through into center ice. Now to the offensive zone. Still with possession of the puck. Matthews knocks it off his stick. Ethan Matthews has Owen Lukings streaking a little bit ahead. Lukings will deflect that puck as the Stars regain possession. Comes back down low. Here's Chris Coulter. Coulter up to Matthews. Flips it in deep. Slochis will take that on goal and cover up for a face-off to follow. Alex McLeod, Owen Lukings, Owen Hay out there for the Komoka Kings. Draw one by the Kings, goes back. Matthews from the blue line, deflected into the glove of Wyatt Slochis. Holden Clark gets waved from the face-off dot. So Camden Pellerine will have to come in to take the draw. Face-off won by McLeod, goes to Lukings. Lukings back to Matthews. He stick handles there, gets flipped up into midair, and on it is Clark. Out to center ice, can't quite find it. Now St. Thomas looks to enter the offensive zone with Pellerine. Hay gets tied up. Owen Hay on that puck, works it back out to center. Lukings corrals it into the offensive zone. He lost it. It'll be grabbed now by Harrison Franzen, tied up with Owen Hay. Flipped in deep, and after it is Ethan Matthews. Matthews, a backhand pass to Chris Coulter. Coulter for Owen Lukings. Lukings, stick handles there. Goes to Coulter. Coulter's feed went back to Matthews, but a little too far out of his reach. Stars look to drive towards the goal, but Alex McLeod is on that puck. McLeod goes to Lukings. Lukings back for McLeod on the right side. Feeds it up to Owen Hay. Hay into the offensive zone. He blew a tire and lost the puck. Here come the Stars the other way. It's Vandenacker. Vandenacker, stick handles there, walks in, unloads a slap shot that goes wide, and McGahey-Smith is on that puck for the Kings. Gavin McGahey-Smith goes down, but luckily right there for that puck was Tyler Entwistle, who got it over to Carter Lawrence, and now McGahey-Smith into the offensive zone. Onside, a quick shot. That one will go up and over the glass, out of play. Second time we've seen Gavin McGahey-Smith bust into the offensive zone like that and rip a shot, and for the second time, it's gone over the goal. Kings will leave the fourth line out there. Bannister, Chanderdat, McGahey-Smith, Entwistle, and Lawrence on the back end. Draw one by St. Thomas. And Jordan Medeiros goes back to the blue line. Entwistle with a hit there as the Stars head back the other way. Chanderdat having to cover for the defenseman as Entwistle went in for the hit. A chance for the Stars, and that one will go wide. The net will come loose. Omar Hage had to protect the corner. And in doing so and moving across, he knocked the net off its moorings, and we get a whistle. Owen Hay going over to see equipment manager Darryl Bond to show him his skate, it looks like. When he went down in the offensive zone, it seemed to be a skate issue as the draws won by St. Thomas back at the blue line. Sturgeon a shot. That's blocked, and Chanderdat looks to find possession of that puck. Couldn't do it. Back at the point, Sturgeon a try. Deflection from Vandenberg on the way. Here's Entwistle down low. Tyler Entwistle behind the net. He gets rocked, but the Kings have possession of the puck. McGahey-Smith at the end of a long shift could not get to that pass as Dobbin backhands it in deep. Racing for it, Tyler Entwistle. Entwistle around the boards. After it now is Nick Bannister. Kings' fourth line going to look to get off here shortly as the first line will roll back onto the ice. On it is Tristan Girth. Girth works it back across. It's Vandenberg. Vandenberg's pass cut off by Burnside. It goes right to Zuckerman. Zuckerman flips that towards the goal. Burnside caught it out of midair. Couldn't do anything with it. And now works a pass back towards Zuckerman. Zuckerman goes to Crocker at the point. Chris Crocker toes the line. Goes back to Zuckerman. Top of the dot. Throw it towards the net. And that was blocked as Girth gets back on it. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in this first period between the Kings and the Stars from the Joe Thornton Community Center. Chris Crocker plays that in his own zone. He also blows a tire and works it to Judd Katz. Katz up ahead for Burnside. Goes off his stick, and it'll be played now by Sturgeon. Sturgeon works it over to his partner. Now a long feed. Here comes Stead on Omar Hage. Great glove save! Omar Hage, oh my! A terrific stop by the Kings goaltender. Connor Snedden busted into the offensive zone on a breakaway, and Omar Hage was right there to deny him. Face-off will go to the right of Omar Hage. Draw one, and played back by Ethan Matthews. Around the boards it goes, and racing for it is Noah Kotescu. Can't get there, and he will play that puck. Cut off at center by Justin Skirton, who moves into the offensive zone. In is Jackson Phillips, the Stars' end. As the puck gets played by Ethan Matthews in the Kings' part of the ice. Here is Nolan Burnside. Burnside works it back to Chris Coulter. Coulter off the glass over the head of Burnside, and now looking for it is Snedden. Snedden down the left side. Here is Chris Coulter on that puck. Coulter from his own end. Stick handles there. Looks to feed it up ahead to GOJHL. Couldn't do it. Matthews will play that back. Flipped up into the air. Here's Cody Scott. Scott, stick handles, tries to get by a defender. GOJHL in there as well. Couldn't do it as St. Thomas heads back the other way. Last minute of the first period, icing called against the Stars. Phillips, Snedden, Catrice, Snedden, and Sturgeon, I believe, out there. Pardon me, Kotescu out there. Cody Scott will take the draw, wins it back at the blue line. Crocker will hold. Crocker on the left side. Renabud back for Crocker. Open Katz, a shot deflected. And it nearly went in, but luckily the Stars are right in the crease to keep that from going into the goal. Cody Scott caught that out of midair, played it down, but couldn't hold the line. 40 seconds left in the first period. Down the ice, and another icing called against the St. Thomas Stars. So this Snedden, and Phillips line will have to stay out there. Face-off won by the Kings, played back and out as there was 1-2 cleanly. Here's Judd Katz at center ice. Katz throws that all the way to the goal, and it's stopped by Slochis on the shot from center ice from the Kings defenseman. Looking for now the Stars as they look to clear the zone. Renabud back on it at center ice for Komoka. 16 seconds, potentially one last chance as Katz gets it up to Scott. Scott down the left side for the Kings. Tries to get past his man, couldn't do it. He's blocked by Kotescu. Here's a shot from Judd Katz, a save by Wyatt Slochis as Katz walked in a one. But Slochis stood tall in goal, and that is going to do it for the first period. So no score between the Kings and Stars. Exciting chances on both sides. We'll be back in 12 minutes for the second period. You're listening to the Komoka Kings and St. Thomas Stars on YouTube. apologies. There was no audio for the first part of that period. Justin Skirton had the first Kings goal of the season. And St. Thomas has just clapped back with a goal of their own. So we are deadlocked at 1 apiece here in the second period. Draw one by the Kings and now flipped back in deep. Down into the Komoka zone it goes. It'll be an icing called against the Stars, so we get a whistle. One game now as Wyatt Slochis looks out to his left. Draw one by the Stars. Back down low. It's played by St. Thomas in their own end, trying to start a rush, going back. Banks off the boards. Here is Entwistle. Entwistle lost that puck for a moment, and it's played back now by Holden Clark. Clark couldn't get there. Katescu looks to hold the line, shoots that one high. Camden Pellerine gets the goal for the Stars as it gets played back. Here's Catrice's shot. A big save by Omar Hage. Pellerin gets the goal. Holden Clark and Brennan Catrice get the assists for the Stars in a 1-1 contest from the Joe. Face-off won by the Kings back in their own zone as they will look to exit and start a rush, but the puck gets given away and Omar Hage makes the save. Face-off will go to the right of Omar Hage. Nick Bannister gets the boot. Draw one by St. Thomas. The glove has fallen off as it gets played around. Here's a shot. That'll go wide. McGahee Smith lost his glove. Judd Katz has that in the corner. Katz looks to work it up to Chanderdat as it gets flipped back in deep. Hage watches it slide by. Pass out in front. McGahee Smith on that puck. He'll flip it out to center ice. Knocked out of midair by Vandenacker. And we've got ourselves a whistle offside at the blue line of the Stars. Neutral zone face-off, won by St. Thomas, but Kings in there quickly. Bannister got it towards Jagan Chanderdat, who couldn't get by. As the Stars play that puck down low now. Judd Katz takes it away, flipped out to center. Chanderdat looking for it. Into the offensive zone, he lost it. Stars head back the other way. Here's Jackson Phillips with Callum Snedden, and it gets cut off. Nick Bannister gets to center ice. Bannister headed the other way for the Kings. Feeds it to Chanderdat. Chanderdat has McGahee Smith with him. Chanderdat fired a shot. That one went wide. Chanderdat down on the ice and slow to get up. Tristan Girth with a high hit on the Kings forward. And Chanderdat will get up under his own power. Face-off won by Komoka, back to the point. Coulter a try. That one goes wide. Back on it now, Burnside. Burnside to Matthews. Matthews a shot on goal. That's a save by Wyatt Slochis. Face off to the right of Wyatt Slochis. Justin Skirton, the goal scorer for the Komoka Kings, will take that draw. Of course, the goal assisted by Burnside and Zuckerman. And my apologies, the sound was not on for that goal, so you may not have heard, but you saw the score change. Burnside off the face-off, a quick shot. That'll go wide. Here is Nick Hubin. Hubin flips it out to center ice. Ethan Matthews will corral that. Matthews sent ahead. Zuckerman played it through his skates towards Burnside, but not quite all the way to him. as it's played now by Matthews to Zuckerman. Zuckerman back for Ethan Matthews. He stick handles there below the goal line, goes over to Chris Coulter. Coulter back for Matthews. Flipped out to center. Racing for it is Noah Katescu. That'll be an icing called against the Komoka Kings. We're tied 1-1 after 24 minutes and 10 seconds of play. Justin Skirton has the Kings goal. Camden Pellerine has the goal for the St. Thomas Stars. Nick Hubin will take the draw, and he gets the boot. Against Justin Skirton in the face-off dot. Skirton wins the draw, plays it back to Coulter. Coulter works it to Matthews. Matthews plays that in the corner, works it towards Skirton. Burnside will clear the zone. Kings will look to get off for a change after the icing. Josh Sinney looking for it, couldn't find it. Here is Skirton. Skirton skates through, crosses the center ice line, works it into the offensive zone. Flipped in and racing for it, Carter Lawrence. Josh Sinney there. Omar Hage comes out of the crease and plays it to the corner. Nobody knows where the puck is. It was in the referee's skates. Omar Hage with a risky move, but it pays off. He bolted out of his crease, knocked the puck off the stick of the forward, and sent it right into the linesman's feet, or pardon me, the referee's feet. Draw one by the Stars, looking for it, Holden Clark. Clark on that puck for St. Thomas, works it at the blue line, leaves it there, it's taken away. Here comes Cody Scott for Komoka. Scott led the team in points in the preseason, he shoots, and that's stopped by Wyatt Slochis. It'll come back, a big hit by Entwistle, who's getting into it with Franzen as the puck goes back to the Komoka zone. Here's Renneboog. Renneboog now to the offensive end with the puck. Tyler Renneboog feeds it across to Cody Scott. Scott lost it, now gets it back. Over to Goodale, a shot that's saved by Slochis. At the point, Entwistle. Entwistle to Lawrence. Carter Lawrence sends it back down low. He gets hit there, is working for it as Renneboog in front, a save by Slochis. Scott on the rebound, turn aside, Renneboog scores! Tyler Renneboog gives Komoka the lead. It's 2-1 Kings. A bouncing puck that Renneboog was right there for. And he has the goal for Komoka. The Kings second in this one, as they lead this by a score of 2-1. Draw one by St. Thomas at center ice. Played off the wall and looking for it, Judd Katz. He can't get there. Omar Hage will leave it for a defenseman, but he lost that puck. St. Thomas played it. A dangerous chance right there. Down low, Hage does not have his stick, and we've got ourselves a whistle. I believe a penalty is coming up. We'll see against who. It's a trip called. I believe Judd Katz is headed to the penalty box. Correction, it'll be a Kings power play. Brandon Catrice is off to the box. An offensive zone tripping call for the Stars defenseman. So we'll get our first look at the Kings power play in this one, as they lead by a score of 2-1. Face off, sent back to the blue line. Crocker worked it to Zuckerman, back for Chris Crocker. At the point, sends it over to Judd Katz. Katz over, here's Skirton. Skirton stops up on a dime, leaves it there for Katz. He lost that puck. Stars headed back shorthanded. A pass sent over towards Jordan Medeiros, who couldn't get there. And now Komoka heads back the other way. Katz stick handles into the offensive zone. Judd Katz has that puck. Looks to find a passing option. Goes to Crocker. Crocker on the left side. Stick handling. Goes back down low to Burnside. In front, a chance. Slochis with some danger. But no dice. So the Rennebu goal assisted by Cody Scott and Kyle Goodale. So Renneboug's got his first in the GOJHL. Goodale has his first GOJHL point, and so does Cody Scott. Puck is played down low by the Komoka Kings. Scott looking for it. Played off the wall. Now Renneboug has it. Renneboug back to Matthews. Matthews back for Tyler Renneboug on the right side. He stick handles there. Spins off. Looks to find a man to pass to. Goes to Matthews at the point. Matthews to Coulter. Coulter back for Ethan Matthews. Coulter sent all the way across the ice. Pass gets cut off by Cole Jenkins. Sent all the way down. Omar Hage will come out of his net to play it, so Nick Hubin can't be the first one there. He's pressuring Hage. Hage has that pinned up against the wall, and he works it to Ethan Matthews, then gives a shove to Hubin, who pinned him up against the boards. Matthews flips that in, looks to chase after his own dump-in attempt. Girth whips it around the boards, and it'll come all the way back for Hage. We'll see this time if Hubin goes to tie him up. In the Kings zone, Coulter plays it over to Goodale. Stars have it in their own end. Jackson Phillips has that puck. A bank pass sent ahead. In comes Connor Snedden. A shot that was blocked by Chris Coulter. Coulter gets decked. Snedden back on that puck. Knocked off by Matthews. Comes back in front. Here's Coulter. Penalty has expired. Teams are back to even strength. Kings 0 for 1 on the man advantage as Goodale has it in his skates. Here comes Connor Snedden into the offensive zone. Feeds it back to Girth. Tristan Girth on the left side to his partner Sturgeon. He takes a shot and a big save by Omar Hage. Kings try to clear the zone. Goodale had it in his skates. Goes right to Cody Scott. Scott lost it. And it'll be grabbed by Callum Snedden into the offensive end. Snedden gets hit by Goodale. Goodale goes towards Owen Hay, but he lost the puck, and the Stars maintain possession down low. It's Phillips on the backhand, tried to play it out in front. Coulter looks to corral that puck. Stick handling there off the skate of Matthews behind the net. Ethan Matthews can't grab it for the Kings. A couple of guys go down. St. Thomas wanted a call, but didn't get one as Matthews tripped up his man. Cody Scott delivering some blows, and that's going to be a penalty against Komoka. Headed to the bench now is Wyatt Slochis. Here's a shot saved by Hage through traffic. And the Kings will head to the penalty kill. So the Kings are 0 for 1 on the man advantage, and they'll get their first chance down a man in this one. St. Thomas did not score a power play goal yesterday. They had 2 chances and are 0 for 2 on the young season. Draw one by the Stars, played back at the blue line. Kyle Goodale goes to the box. Here's a shot from Jenkins through traffic, turned aside by Hage. Comes back now, here's Vandenacker. Vandenacker plays it down low. Pressure coming from Lukings, goes across at the blue line. Vandenacker back on it. Pardon me, roughing is the call on Goodale. Below the goal line, St. Thomas has it. Lukings looking to corral it at the point. Can't quite get there. It's snagged by Andrew Seminara. Seminara tries to jar it loose as it's pinned up against the wall by Crocker, and Lukings will clear with a kick. On it is Cole Jenkins. Lukings will head off for a change. Bannister over the boards. Here comes Jenkins racing up ahead. The defenseman trying to lead the rush for the Stars in the man advantage. 1:10 left in the Goodale penalty. Stick handling there is Franzen. He gives it over, and here's Vandenacker with a shot. That one went wide. Back here's Cole Jenkins. Jenkins, stick handles. Over to Vandenacker. Vandenacker back for Jenkins. Holding, shooting. That's blocked on the way by Judd Katz. Katz tries to clear, bouncing puck. Bannister will do it as it was originally held in by Logan Vandenacker. Down low, it's played by Cole Jenkins. Works it up ahead to Nick Hubin. Hubin on the right side. Vandenacker's on it. Vandenacker gets around McGahee-Smith. Into the offensive zone. Rims it around the wall. Chris Crocker goes to that puck. 30 seconds left in the Goodale penalty for roughing, and Crocker will clear it. Down the ice, and Wyatt Slochis will make the save. Leave it there for Cine. Cine skates ahead on the left side, into the offensive zone, stopping up, looks to find a pass. 14 seconds left in the GOJHL penalty. Down low, Lawrence tries to find that puck, can't quite do it. Cine works it over to Girth. Girth at the point. 6 seconds left. Coming in, Holden Clark, a shot, a big block by Tyler Entwistle. Here's Clark. Clark goes back down low. Cine out of the box is GOJHL, and Cine snipes it on Hayes. Josh Cine, has tied this game up. It is 2-2 as he goes top shelf and knocks the bottle of Omar Hage. Right after the power play, so it's not a power play goal, but the Stars have evened things up. In this one, it's 2-2. Kings will send out Zuckerman, Burnside, and Skirton to try to get that one back as Matthews plays it to Chris Coulter. Back for Ethan Matthews in his own zone. Flipped up ahead. Zuckerman did not deflect it. It'll be an icing called against the Kings. 8:50 left in this second period. 2-2 between the Kings and St. Thomas Stars at the Joe Thornton Community Center. Face-off won by St. Thomas as the Kings try to exit the zone. Here's Zuckerman. Zuckerman has Burnside to his right. Fed across to Skirton. Skirton lost it. Zuckerman back to the blue line. Coulter walking, shooting. That's blocked. Burnside tried to play with his skate. Couldn't do it. Coulter was interfered with by the linesman as Dobbin looks to get a pass out to Vandenberg in the slot. Couldn't get there, and now Skirton cuts it off into center ice. Skirton tried to feed it to Burnside. Couldn't find him, and now below the goal line, after it is Ethan Matthews. Matthews, the pass towards Skirton didn't go, but luckily Zuckerman is right there. Back in his own zone, Noah Kostescu is on it. Works it over to Medeiros. Medeiros on the right side. Into the offensive zone. Played down low, turned aside by Omar Hage. Good save there by the Kings goaltender. As the puck is played along the left wall of the Komoka zone. Coulter in there digging for possession. And now he's got it as he gives a pass to Zuckerman. Zuckerman flips a long feed to Burnside. Staying onside. Nolan Burnside into the offensive zone. Burnside shooting. Great save by Slochis. Burnside came in but got stopped by Wyatt Slochis, and he is frustrated, heading off to the bench. In the Komoka zone now near the blue line, Cody Scott digging for that puck for the Kings, and Kyle GOJHL will go below the goal line to play it. GOJHL looks to find Crocker. Instead will take it up himself. Crocker the pass back towards GOJHL. Deeper in the offensive zone, I should say, are the Stars. GOJHL is on it for the Kings as he skates out, and that'll be a penalty called against St. Thomas, so the Kings will be going back to the power play. Connor Snedden heads to the penalty box. It is a slash. Kings 0 for 1 as mentioned. Stars perfect on the kill. Kyle GOJHL, Tyler Rennebu, Cody Scott out on the ice for Komoka. Chris Crocker and Judd Katz are on the back end. Gets played down low now by Rennebu, who gets sent to the wall. Cody Scott flips it off the glass to Katz. Katz has pressure coming from Hubin. Goes back to Rennebu. Rennebu to Scott. Scott across into no man's land. And now it'll be grabbed by Logan Vandenacker. At center ice, Katz leaps up, makes the grab, feeds it off the skate of GOJHL. Here's Cody Scott. Scott at the blue line. Over to Kyle GOJHL. GOJHL back for Scott in the high slot. Looks to find a pass. Goes to Crocker. Crocker on the left side. Stick handling there. Chris Crocker leaves it for Kyle GOJHL. GOJHL. Stick handling for Komoka. GOJHL to Crocker. Crocker across to Katz. Pressure coming from Hubin. Judd Katz looks to evade it. Leaves it there for Rennebu. Rennebu facing that same pressure from Nick Hubin. Good aggressiveness on this Stars penalty kill as Crocker plays that along the left side. Leaves it for Rennebu. Rennebu back for Crocker, a chance. That was blocked and flipped out to center ice off the scoreboard. So with 57 seconds left in the penalty to Connor Snedden, we get a whistle. 5:52 remaining in the second period between the Kings and the Stars. Both teams with 2 goals in the frame. For Komoka, it was Justin Skirton and Tyler Rennebaug. For the Stars, Camden Pellerine and Josh Sinney. As it goes back to the blue line, Carter Lawrence feeds Adam Zuckerman. Zuckerman on the left side for Komoka. Stick handling, goes back. Lawrence just does hold. Carter Lawrence rips a shot. That's stopped by Wyatt Slochis, and it gets sent all the way down the ice. Out of his crease to play it is Omar Hage. Hage leaves it there for Lawrence. Lawrence stick handles, goes back on the right. Here's Coulter. Coulter brings it in, leaves it for Skirton. Skirton stick handling behind the net now. Justin Skirton goes to Adam Zuckerman. Zuckerman towards Lawrence, deflected by the Stars and sent all the way down the ice on a clearing attempt. 15 seconds left in the penalty to Snedden. Lawrence spins off the oncoming Andrew Seminara. It'll come back. Skirton left it there. Nobody could find it. It goes to Carter Lawrence. Out of the box is Snedden, so the Kings now 0 for 2 on the man advantage. Coulter to Burnside. Burnside deflects that in. Kings will head off for a change. Get the Zuckerman, Skirton, Burnside line out of there as it's played now by Pellerine. Pellerine sends it ahead to Sinney. This line has accounted for both goals for the St. Thomas Stars in this one. McLeod looking for it. Holden Clark on that puck. It'll come back on the right side. A shot saved by Omar Hage. Loose puck and Crocker right there to clear the danger. He sends that on the right to Owen Lukings into the offensive zone. Lukings coming in. A shot that goes wide. Alex McLeod tries to find it for the Kings. He does. Comes back. Holden Clark has possession for the Stars. At the point, it's held in by Crocker. Here's Owen Hay on a feed from Alex McLeod. Lukings in the slot couldn't get that pass from Hay. And the Stars will play it back around. It's Josh Sinney. Sinney lost it to McLeod. Now here's Lukings. Lukings to Hay. A shot that's stopped by Wyatt Slochis. .356 remaining in this second period of action. 2-2 is our score between the Kings and the Stars. It was 0-0 after one. And then both teams scored in the second. Bannister will take the face-off for Komoka. He gets waved out of the dot, and Jagan Chanadat will have to come in. Draw one by St. Thomas and Jordan Medeiros. Medeiros leaves it there as the Stars look to clear the zone. It's Jackson Dobbin on the right side. Dobbin flips that into the air. And on it for the Kings is Gavin McGahey-Smith. He gets taken out with a knee. No call on that play as Judd Katz tries to find it. A couple of Stars collided, and McGahey-Smith sends that puck down the ice. Looking for it, Medeiros. Medeiros back on the left. Here come the Stars into the offensive zone. It's Spencer Vandenberg. Vandenberg leaves it back there for Matthew Sturgeon, and it gets flipped up and over the glass out of play. Face-off will go to the right of Omar Hage. King said GOJHL, Scott, and Rennebaug over the boards. Pardon me. Face-off will go out to the neutral zone. 3:23 remaining in this second period. Draw one by Connor Snedden. It'll come back as Jenkin works it to Vandenacker. Now sent ahead. Here comes Snedden over to his brother Callum. Connor Snedden tries to get it back. Went off his skate into the slot. Entwistle looking to play that through. Goes out in front of the crease, and Carter Lawrence is on that puck. Lawrence sends that in deep around the wall. It goes, and Rennebaug chases after it. Tyler Rennebaug can't quite get there, and Cody Scott picks up that puck. Scott goes towards Rennebaug in the slot, but couldn't find him. After it now is Callum Snedden on the right side. Now into the offensive zone. Leaves it there for Jackson Phillips. Back for Callum Snedden. Patted aside by Omar Hage. And it's given away to Komoka. 3-on-2 heading back. Cody Scott across the blue line. Scott leaves it for GOJHL. The trailer for the Stars nearly there to corral that puck, but GOJHL maintains possession. Back out front for Rennebaug. He couldn't get a shot off. St. Thomas now heads the other way. Trying to clear is Connor Snedden. Down the right side, Matthews looks to keep him away from the goal. Connor leaves it for Callum, who goes to Jackson Phillips now as Matthews plays that around the wall. On it, Connor Snedden to Jackson Phillips in the slot. It'll be grabbed by Matthews, gets it out to center ice. Cole Jenkin on that puck. Kings cannot change right now with 2 minutes left. Shot on Omar Hage that he stops. And behind the goal, Coulter will play it. Vandenacker gets knocked there by Kyle GOJHL. As Coulter gets possession of the puck, Coulter sent right up the middle, and it's given away to Jenkin as the Kings were changing. They'll send the top line back out there with 1:44 left. Coulter, the bank pass goes to Justin Skirton. Skirton busts in, not with possession, but chasing after it. On it is Jenkin. Burnside delivers a hit. Back is Cole Jenkin with possession of that puck. Jenkin gave it away. Here's Zuckerman. Zuckerman, a pass to Burnside in the slot that didn't quite get to him. Flipped up into the air, and after it, Chris Crocker. Crocker has it in his skates. Stops up on a dime, looks to find a passing option. A hit there delivered by Justin Skirton. As Crocker tries to get that puck back, it was taken away by Nick Hubin. And Zuckerman tries to clear the zone with no success. Banked off the wall by Skirton towards Adam Zuckerman. It's in the feet of Tristan Girth. Last minute of the second period, 2-2 is our score. Harrison Franson is on that puck behind the goal as the Kings will head off for a change, or the defenseman will. Coulter was out there for a while. Adam Zuckerman tried to pick the pocket of Tristan Girth. He wanted a call but didn't get one as Zuckerman plays it over towards Crocker. 38 seconds left. Crocker to Katz. Judd Katz flips it in the air. Burnside bats it down, and back on it now are the Stars in their own zone. Deflection from Alex McLeod. He delivers a hit. That'll be a penalty against Komoka. I believe it'll be a cross-check against Alex McLeod with 24 seconds left in the second. Now this hurts the Kings in more ways than one. Not only are they going on the penalty kill, but McLeod is one of their top penalty killers. St. Thomas 0 for 1 on the man advantage tonight, 0 for 3, including yesterday's win in Leamington. So Owen Lukings heads out there with Owen Hay, who has to speed in. Kings only have 3 guys on the ice. Hay will take the draw against Holden Clark. Hay gets waved and Lukings comes in. Draw one by Clark, goes back at the blue line. Here's Girth. Girth looking to get a shot off or find a pass. Will play it into the corner. Stars have that puck below the goal line. It's Camden Pellerine sent out in front. Crocker looking for it. Batted it out of midair right into the chest of Omar Hage. Indeed, it is a cross-checking penalty against Alex McLeod. Kyle GOJHL will head out to take the place of Owen Hay, I believe, on this Kings penalty kill. 1:48 left in the penalty to McLeod. That will dip into the second unless the Stars can score here late. Draw one by St. Thomas. GOJHL trying to find it for Komoka. Back to the blue line, sent around the wall. Chris Crocker looks to grab it. Crocker trying to pin it up against the boards now to kill clock. And he will do just that as the second period expires here from the Joe Thornton Community Center. We are tied at 2 aside after 2 periods. Deadlocked after 1 with no score. Now after 2, both teams scored a pair. But that's where we sit. It's 2-2 after 2 from the Joe. We'll be back in 12 minutes with the third period. You're listening to the Kings and Stars on the Komoka Kings YouTube channel. Welcome back to the Joe Thornton Community Center as the third period is about to get underway here between the Kings and the Stars. 2-2 is our score in the third as the draw is won by St. Thomas to start things off. Played down low now. In their own zone, it's Cole Jenkin on that puck. Jenkin gets it up to Jackson Phillips into the offensive zone, leaves it for Connor Snedden. Snedden lost it, and Owen Hay will clear it. The Stars, of course, on a power play to start this period because Alex McLeod took a cross-checking penalty just before the second expired. From their own zone, they look to start up an attack as Jenkin gets it over to Vandenacker. Vandenacker into the offensive end. Hay watches him closely, tries to knock it off his stick with no success. Here's Cole Jenkin. Jenkin back across to Vandenacker. He walks in and shoots. That one went wide. It'll come back to Cole Jenkin at the point. Jenkin sends it in deep. Played back towards Connor Snedden. Lukings couldn't get there for Komoka. Now Chris Coulter on that, as it's played by Jackson Phillips. Phillips sent a pass down low, and then the return feed was cut off by Chris Coulter, who will rip it down the ice. Tristan Girth has it for the Stars. 20 seconds left in the McLeod penalty. On the left, here comes Nick Hubin. Hubin into the offensive zone. Drops it back for Seminara. Seminara lost it, and it'll come back to Girth. Girth across the ice. Here's a shot through traffic, deflected. Big save by Omar Hage. McLeod out of the box in 1 second. Crocker will clear, and down the ice it goes as Girth plays that up ahead to Andrew Seminara. He's facing pressure from Alex McLeod as Jagan Chanderdat goes to try to get that puck. Icing is waved off, and Judd Katz corrals it. Katz looks to work it over towards McLeod. Pinching from the blue line is Sturgeon, and Seminara will hold at the point. Seminara walks in, a shot saved by Omar Hage. And on it is McLeod. McLeod whips it up ahead for Gavin McGahee-Smith, trying to track that puck down. Jagan Chanderdat into the offensive zone, knocked off the puck. It'll come back down low. Chanderdat is tied up with his man, and we get a whistle as the shot was stopped by Wyatt Slochus from Gavin McGahee-Smith. 17:46 left in the third period, even at 2 aside. Draw one by St. Thomas in their own zone. They'll look to clear quickly and start up an attack as Camden Pellerine gets it out, and Chris Coulter will send it in deep. After it now is Noah Kostescu. Kostescu works it back to his partner. That's Brennan Catrice out at center ice now. It'll come into the Komoka zone, and Ethan Matthews plays it. Matthews goes to Gavin McGahee-Smith. McGahee-Smith to Jagan Chanderdat as Nick Bannister waits for a feed. Chanderdat across the blue line takes a shot. That was stopped by Slochus. And the Stars will clear the zone, sent all the way back in, and Slochus out to play that puck. Looking for it is McGahee-Smith. Couldn't get there. Zuckerman over the boards. Kings will switch over to the first line once this group can get off. Matthews up ahead to Zuckerman. He deflects that in. Here comes Chanderdat in the offensive end, and across the blue line, the Kings are offside. The Kings' top two lines have accounted for all of their scoring. Justin Skirton had the Kings' first marker, and then Tyler Renneboog scored the second Kings goal. The same line has accounted for both of the Stars' goals, the Pellerine, Sinney, and Clark line. Pellerine and Sinney have the two Stars' goals in this contest as Cole Jenkin plays that puck over to Logan Vandenacker. Vandenacker gets it back on the right side to Andrew Seminara. Seminara sends it to center where Carter Lawrence picks it up. Lawrence goes to Tyler Entwistle, and it's deflected there by Vandenacker as Justin Skirton looks to create an attack. Leaves it for Burnside. Burnside goes to Entwistle. Entwistle over to Carter Lawrence. Lawrence back for Entwistle. Sent out to center ice, and Zuckerman breaks free. Adam Zuckerman into the offensive zone, has Burnside driving to the goal, couldn't get a pass over to him, goes to Entwistle instead, takes a shot, and that's going to be an easy save for Wyatt Slochus. Kyle Goodale, Tyler Renaboo, Cody Scott out there for the Komoka Kings. Draw one by Komoka, goes back now, and racing on the left side is Jackson Phillips. Deflection. And Judd Katz delivered a hit near the Kings bench. Phillips is back into the offensive zone, but he was offside. He never left it, so we get another whistle. Stars are out shooting the Kings 17-16 through 44 minutes and 2 seconds of play. Face-off won cleanly by the Stars. Sturgeon works it back over to Girth. A shot through traffic that was blocked. Girth has it in the corner, looks to feed it out to the slot. Nobody there for it. Cody Scott picks that puck up and sends it up ahead off the stick of Tyler Renaboo. Racing for it, Tristan Girth, icing waved off. Goodale looking to apply pressure. Can't get there. Scott has it, but at neutral ice, so he has to wait for the Kings to get onside. Judd Katz will flip it in deep towards the goal. Sloat just plays it off a hop and blocks it like a catcher would in baseball, and Goodale leaves it there, but lost it to Connor Snedden. Snedden into the offensive zone, stick handling, holding, shooting, saved by Omar Hage. Hage made the stop, held it right to his chest, so we get a whistle. Face-off will go to the left of Hage. McLeod, Lukings, Hay over the boards. St. Thomas sends out Harrison Franson, Andrew Seminara, and Nick Hubin. Draw one by McLeod, and Komoka goes to Coulter. Coulter back for Matthews. Matthews tried to play it to Lukings, and off the wall. It gets kept by the Stars. A shot. Big save by Hage. Loose puck. Play not over as it goes into the corner. Now here's a chance. Hubin tries, but that was blocked. Komoka can't quite clear the zone as Kostescu will hold. Sends it in deep. Coulter looking for it. Chris Coulter on that puck. Lost it to Nick Hubin. Down low. Hage standing firm, hugging the post. It goes back now, and the Stars have possession. Cut off by Owen Lukings on the pass out to the slot. A feed across. Here's Kostescu. Kostescu holding. Now back down low on the left side. Stick handling there is Harrison Franson. His shot went wide. Back to the left of Omar Hage. Ethan Matthews lifts the stick of Andrew Seminara, and it'll come back to Owen Hay. Kings try to clear. McLeod will finally do it. Gets it up to Owen Lukings. Lukings coming into the offensive zone, was knocked off the puck. Here's Hubin. Hubin around the boards. Owen Hay will be the first man on it. Feeds it out to the slot. A shot for Lukings. That was blocked. Here's Lawrence. Lawrence to Entwistle. Pocket picked. Hubin heading the other way. On a breakaway. His second of the game to the backhand. Hage stands tall in goal. A big save by Omar Hage on Nick Hubin on the breakaway. Puck gets flipped out to center ice. Owen Lukings looking for it. Lifts the stick of Josh Sinney and will collect the puck as the Kings' third line heads off and the fourth will embark. Lawrence sends it up ahead for Hay, just out of his reach. Down the ice it goes, icing waved off as Vandenacker works it back to Cole Jenkins. Jenkins, stick handles there. Around the wall to Josh Sinney, through his legs. And now the Stars look to break into the offensive zone. Kings D was changing. Crocker over the boards now, looking to jar the puck free. He does. Gets hit, but McGahey-Smith pokes it back to the point. It'll squeak out. Stars have to get onside here. As Tyler Entwistle goes to play the puck, left it there for Chris Crocker, off the glass to center ice. It'll be scooped up by Jordan Medeiros. Medeiros sends it down low for Cole Jenkins, and McGahey-Smith has possession. McGahey-Smith to Entwistle. Back now in the Stars zone. It's played by Logan Vandenacker. Vandenacker goes to Jenkins. Sent all the way down the ice. Katz was waiting for it. Icing waved off after it was tipped there by Josh Sinney, waiting for a stretch pass that came, but just out of his reach. As Harrison Franson plays the puck. Franson lost it, and luckily his teammates are there to recover. Vandenacker a shot. McGahey-Smith blocked it, but with the hand. Here's a try. A big block by Judd Katz. McGahey-Smith laboring a little bit with that one hand after he took a shot off of it. It was his left as Vandenberg plays it. Vandenberg gets it up to Medeiros. Medeiros coming in, a feed across. Hage can't make the stop. It's in the back of the net, and the Stars take the lead. A cross ice pass that was buried by St. Thomas, and they lead this one by a score of 3-2. A 3-on-1 as the Kings were changing in the defensive zone, and St. Thomas makes him pay for a bad change. Stars lead 3-2. Omar Hage got across, but it deflected off his blocker and into the back of the net. Face-off won by Justin Skirton. Goes back to Ethan Matthews. Up ahead to Adam Zuckerman. Zuckerman sends it in, but it was blocked by Skirton as it caught his leg. He cuts off a pass at center ice from Jackson Phillips and goes back to Chris Coulter. Coulter over to Matthews. Matthews to Adam Zuckerman. Zuckerman, stick handles there, flips it over to Coulter. Coulter back for Zuckerman. To center ice, Skirton deflects it over to Nolan Burnside. Burnside lost it and it'll be ripped in deep. Here's Matthews on that puck. Ethan Matthews spins back to Chris Coulter. Coulter the pass towards Nolan Burnside. Now Zuckerman's got it in his own zone. Adam Zuckerman skating through. Tried to get around his man and got hit as it'll come back to Coulter. Coulter lost it. In comes Connor Snedden. Snedden into the offensive zone. Shot that one wide. Jackson Dobbin gets the goal for the St. Thomas Stars as Burnside on the right side will skate through. Nolan Burnside tries to get around his man. That is Sturgeon. Around the wall it comes. Crocker won't be able to hold the line. Crocker goes to Katz. Katz throws that on goal and a save by Wyatt Slogis from long range. Jenkin back on it. Jenkin flips it out to center. Cody Scott lost it, but Katz cuts it off. Judd Katz into the offensive zone. Moving towards the goal. A save by Wyatt Slogis. A good rush by Judd Katz. But Slogis able to make the save and hold on. Kyle Goodale, Cody Scott, and Tyler Renneboog. Draw one by St. Thomas. Costescu left it there. Crocker takes a shot. That was blocked on the way, and now it'll come up on the right side. It's Catrice playing it up ahead. Brennan Catrice fed across. Pardon me, now Catrice has that puck on the left side. Now sent down low below the goal line. Here's a chance out in front. Hage knocks it out of midair, and we've got a whistle. Puck was played with a high stick. St. Thomas out shooting Komoka 21-19 at the moment. Goodale will take the face-off against Nick Hubin. Time running out for the Kings. Off the draw, Goodale's stick snaps, and he has to go to the bench to get a new one. Gets a fresh twig, and now Carter Lawrence plays the puck. Lawrence skating through. Into the offensive zone. He's got it. Carter Lawrence thrown on goal. That was stopped by Wyatt Slogis. Goodale looking for it. Goodale has that puck. Tried to work it to Lawrence, but couldn't quite get it to him, and now the puck will be sent across. Here's Catrice. Brandon Catrice will whip it in deep. And Carter Lawrence back in his own corner, plays it over to Tyler Entwistle. Entwistle to Cody Scott. Scott off the wall, out to center. Nick Hubin has it in his skates. Renneboog can't find it. After it is Carter Lawrence. Lawrence flips that out to center ice. Renneboog tries to deflect that ahead. Hage will watch it slide by. Plays it on the backhand around the wall. Here's Cole Jenkin, a shot deflected. Omar Hage kept it out. 9:48 remaining in the third period. St. Thomas leading by a score of 3-2. Alex McLeod will take the draw against Holden Clark. Draw one by McLeod. Goes back to the blue line, though, and the Stars hold it in. Here's Josh Sinney. Sinney has one goal for St. Thomas in this one. Played back around. Pellerine there. Trying to grab it. Camden Pellerine lost it. And on it is Holden Clark. Clark stick handles. Loses it for a moment. Comes back now. It's played by Pellerine and grabbed by Ethan Matthews as he'll flip it out towards center ice. Cole Jenkin racing for it. Jenkin has possession in his own end, up for Pellerine. Pellerine dodges Alex McLeod, whips it in deep, and that'll be an icing called against St. Thomas with 9:14 left. McLeod, Lukings, Hay, Coulter, and Matthews for Komoka as they look to tie this game up. Coulter from the blue line, a shot. Sloat just saw it all the way and makes the save. It'll be to the left of Slochis here. Kings will leave the same unit out there as the Stars will get a change. Face-off won by Komoka. Matthews rims it around the wall. And now here come the Stars on the left side. Here is Vandenberg. Vandenberg coming in, pass across, cut by Coulter. Looking for it is Sturgeon. Here is McLeod. Alex McLeod, stick handles, plays it back. Matthews. Ethan Matthews up ahead. Hey, left it for Lukings, but the pass didn't get all the way to him. Sent down low. Here is Coulter. Coulter rips it around the wall. Lukings tries to grab it. Sturgeon there on it. McLeod gets hit. It'll come to Girth. Girth sends that in deep, and Hage will keep it out of the goal, pinning it up against the net, and Ethan Matthews will play it. A hit there, as it'll be played by Jackson Dobbin down low. Matthews chasing after it. Here is Girth. Tristan Girth works it over to Matthew Sturgeon. And it's dumped in deep, so Chris Coulter will chase after that puck. Coulter leaves it there for Chanderdat. Chanderdat's pass cut off, but Matthews right there to recover and send it ahead to McGahey-Smith, as it will go in deep, and on it is Brennan Catrice. Catrice hit by Chanderdat. As Bannister looks to find the puck, couldn't do it. Phillips gets it ahead. Phillips to Connor Snedden. Snedden across the blue line over to Callum. Callum Snedden has Crocker watching him. Now down low, a pass out in front for Connor Snedden, and the net is jarred loose, so we get a whistle. Face-off won by St. Thomas, but quickly off the draw, the Kings are in to steal that puck. A shot went over the goal. Judd Katz battling for possession. Down low along with Nick Bannister as it's played by Callum Snedden. Gets it back to his brother Connor, and the pass will get past Brennan Catrice. Racing for it is Jagan Chanderdat and Noah Kostescu. Kostescu the first man on it with 7 minutes left in this third period. The pass was too hard for McGahey-Smith to cut off. And the Stars break into the offensive zone. Chris Crocker blocks that. A hit from Justin Skirton. It'll come back to Gavin McGahey-Smith, who flips it up into the air to center ice. The remaining fourth line members will head off for a change with the exception of McGahey-Smith, who stays out there. As Burnside gets over the wall, Zuckerman still waiting. McGahey-Smith plays that puck. Tried to get a long stretch pass to Burnside that didn't go. A good play by Chris Crocker to steal the puck for the Kings. Goes up to Burnside on the right. Nolan Burnside coming in on Wyatt Slochis. Has a man on him. That's Vandenacker. As McGahey-Smith gets pushed into the St. Thomas Stars bench. And we get a whistle. Gavin McGahey-Smith was into a shouting match, it looked like, with Connor Snedden. And Snedden pushed him into his own bench. So with 6:32 left, the faceoff will go to the left of Wyatt Slochis. Justin Skirton will take the draw. He's with Zuckerman and Burnside. Draw won by the Stars. Played back. Here is Jenkin. Jenkin goes back. Zuckerman from a sharp angle. A shot. Slochis made the save, and it went up and into the ceiling. A good chance for Adam Zuckerman, but Wyatt Slochis was able to get in front of that and sent it into the lights. Face-off one back. It'll get flipped out to center ice. Lawrence goes to Zuckerman. Adam Zuckerman, stick handling. On the left here, Skirton. Skirton plays that back down low. Zuckerman back out in front. Skirton backhand try, saved by Slochis. Lawrence pinching from the blue line. Couldn't do anything. A good feed there, and Justin Skirton had a great chance. Here's a shot the other way for Andrew Seminara that was blocked. Jenkin at the point holds on. A hit there on Nick Hubin from Justin Skirton. Here's a shot and a save by Omar Hage on the chance from Cole Jenkin. Kings will send the second line over the wall as time is running out to tie this contest up. 5:46 remaining in the third period between the Kings and Stars. from St. Thomas. 3-2 St. Thomas is the score. Draw one. And played around by Komoka. Ranaboo, below the goal line, has that puck for the Kings. Spins back, looks to find an option. Here's Matthews. Matthews over to Cody Scott. Scott down the right side for the Kings. Tried to chip it past Sturgeon with no success. Now Matthews looks to grab it. It'll be Cine on it. Cine across the blue line, lost it. Scott plays it off the wall, but Girth recovers. Tristan Girth down low. Fed back to his partner Sturgeon. Sturgeon a shot, that'll go over the net, and over on the right side is Cine. Cine a sharp angle try, blocked on the way by Ethan Matthews. It'll come back to Holden Clark. Clark to the blue line, a chance, and a save by Omar Hage. St. Thomas leading in the shot column 25-23. McLeod, Lukings, and Hay over the boards for the Kings. Medeiros, Dobbin, and Franzen for the Stars. Excuse me, Vandenberg, not Franzen. As Chris Crocker's on that puck. Crocker up for Owen Hay. Hay lost it, and now the Stars head back. Medeiros has it in his skates. Crocker lays a hit into him, and it'll come back. Here's Dobbin. Dobbin back out to the slot. It's taken away. Here comes Owen Hay. Hay has McLeod to his left. Hay looks to get into the offensive zone. Catrice cut him off and sent him towards the stanchion. Brennan Catrice on that puck. Tries to get around Owen Hay. It'll come back. Catrice through center ice. Throws that on goal. Saved by Hage as he just needed to keep it out of the net. Now he'll cover up. And with the Stars charging to the crease, the Kings got a little defensive of their goaltender. 4:24 remaining. Face off to the right of Hage. Snedden will take the draw against Justin Skirton. Skirton, the win, goes to Judd Katz. Katz feeds it towards Burnside. And now the feed gets up to Adam Zuckerman coming into the offensive zone. He scores! Zuckerman ties it! A set play off the draw sends Zuckerman up to center ice, and he buries it on Wyatt Slochis. The Kings have tied the game with 4:15 left. Adam Zuckerman ties it up. Burnside knew exactly where Zuckerman would be and fed him up the wall. Komoka has evened things up without needing to pull the goalie, and we're in for an exciting finish. Skirton, the win on the faceoff, goes back to Judd Katz. Katz to Chris Crocker. Crocker over to Katz. Katz up ahead. Zuckerman deflects it. Zuckerman around. Skirton trying to find that puck. We'll see where the assists go. Burnside's got one, and then I believe Crocker has the other. Katz throws that from way out, on goal, and Slochis makes the save. Banked up against the wall and brought through. Here is Connor Snedden. A chance, a save by Omar Hage. And now another try in the slot as it's taken away by Komoka. Cody Scott through center ice. 1-on-3. Moving in. Stick handling. Trying to get a shot off. Couldn't do it. He and Girth are tied up. Tristan Girth goes back to Sturgeon. Judd Katz gets the other assist on the Zuckerman goal as the puck is jarred loose around the goal. It'll come back and be cleared by the Stars. Bannister gets a hit across. Bannister out there with Scott and Chanderdat. Now McGahey-Smith over the boards as Scott heads off for a change. Here's Chris Coulter. Coulter, stick handles, lost it. Phillips down low. Tried to find an open man. That was Seminara. Couldn't quite get it to him. Here is McGahey-Smith. Gavin McGahey-Smith moving through. On the left side, fires a shot. That's deflected around the goal. Bannister trying to find possession of that puck. Couldn't do it. It'll come back. Coulter at the point, a shot. That one will go high, and after it, Carter Lawrence. Here's McGahey-Smith again. Rims it around the wall, and that'll be a whistle as it went up and over the glass out of play. .3-3 with 2:39 left here in St. Thomas in what has been an exciting regular season opener for the Komoka Kings. The home opener is tomorrow against the Chatham Maroons at the Wellness Center. We do hope you'll join us either in the arena or on Hockey TV. Draw one by Kyle Goodale goes to Tyler Reneboog. Reneboog finds Judd Katz, and Katz will flip it out towards Catrice. Catrice on that puck. For the Stars in his own zone, works it back to Sinney. Now Goodale lost it, back for Josh Sinney. Works it over to Camden Pellerine. Pellerine has a goal already tonight, faked a slap shot, now takes his shot, and a great glove save by Omar Hage. Face-off will go to the right of Omar Hage. Draw one by Kyle Goodale, but the Stars are on it quickly. They'll maintain possession of the offensive zone. Jenkins a shot, saved by Hage, rode up his stick a little bit, and right into his glove. Stars now out shooting the Kings by 4 at 29-25, but we're deadlocked at 3-3. McLeod against Medeiros. 2:09 remaining. Draw one by Medeiros, goes to Dobbin. Dobbin had the third Stars goal. He takes a shot, and Omar Hage once again comes up big with a save. Dobbin, a former teammate of Omar Hage with the London Junior Knights. Face-off won by Komoka as Judd Katz looks to work it free. Katz goes over. Here is Hay up to McLeod. McLeod into the offensive zone, takes a shot, deflected. Hay back around for McLeod. Alex McLeod towards Owen Hay, lost it. Here come the Stars the other way. It's Jackson Dobbin. He'll flip it in on Hage, who will glove it and hold on. 1:40 left in the third period. Locked at 3 aside. Skirton, Zuckerman, Burnside. The forward group, it's the top line for the Komoka Kings. They've got 2 of the 3 Kings goals in this one. Carter Lawrence works it around the wall towards Chris Coulter, but out of his reach. Now here comes Skirton on the right side. Skirton chips it ahead past Zuckerman. It'll come back. Lawrence leaves it for Justin Skirton. Skirton tries to get it to Zuckerman. Zuckerman plays it back out towards center, and Lawrence will race after it. Pressure coming. He'll work it free to Coulter. Coulter flipped out to center ice. Zuckerman knocked off the puck, but Burnside still has it, lost it, given away. Skirton a shot, it goes wide. After it, Burnside, now it'll come to Zuckerman. Zuckerman at the blue line. Tried to feed it down low for Skirton, across ice pass to Burnside, that was cut off. Lawrence down low, saved by Slochis, who will hold on for a face-off with exactly 1 minute remaining. Goodale, Scott, Reneboog. Face-off won by St. Thomas and Nick Hubin. Last minute of the third period. Puck hit a stanchion, comes to Cody Scott. Scott tries to find a pass, couldn't do it. It's played down low, ripped around the wall. It'll come back to Harrison Franson. Franson can't find it. That's Reneboog to Scott. The one-timer was fanned on. Here is Andrew Seminara. Seminara left it there for Vandenacker. Vandenacker works it to Jenkins. 33 seconds left. Here come the Stars the other way. Katz and Crocker over the boards. Goodale back to deflect that puck off the stick of Franson. His feed goes down low, and looking for it, Tyler Reneboog. Sent over the head of the referee as Franson plays it behind the net. Harrison Franson. A feed down low. Pass out in front. Puck's loose. Katz looking for it. He's back on it for Komoka, but then loses it to Nick Hubin, and we've got a whistle. The net is off with 9.7 left. The Stars have potentially one last chance here with 9.7 remaining. Kings wanted a change, but they were too late. So Goodale, Reneboog, and Scott have to stay out there. Correction, Zuckerman can't get on, but everybody else is good to stay. McLeod can't win the face-off, comes back. Vandenacker, a shot! Hage made the save. Nervous hours here at the Joe for Kings fans, but Omar Hage made the save. It looked like that shot was deflected, and Hage somehow got a piece. McLeod will take the face-off. Won it cleanly this time. Goes to Crocker, who will look to pin it up against the wall. Stars trying to jar it free. And that's going to do it for action in the third period. So we're not quite done yet from the Joe Thornton Community Center. It's free hockey. It's bonus hockey. We're off to overtime. The Stars and Kings tied at 3 after 60 minutes. So we'll play another 7 max and then a shootout if necessary. It's 7 minutes of 3-on-3. St. Thomas played the most overtime games in the preseason. It only makes sense that in their second regular season game, they go to overtime. The Kings' last preseason game ended in unceremonious fashion in overtime as they lost the London Nationals on a Rylan Bowers goal. That was because Cody Scott took a penalty in the overtime period. Now, when the Kings were taking on the Stars in the first preseason game of the year, Komoka won it in overtime for a similar reason. The Stars took a penalty. And Komoka scored on an overtime power play. So we head to the extra frame here from the Joe. Kyle Goodale out there with Adam Zuckerman as the puck is dropped and won by St. Thomas. Hubin sent it back to Tristan Girth. Girth works it through center ice. A feed sent across. Here comes Seminara. Fanned on that shot. Crocker on him, watching him closely. It'll come back now. Stars driving towards the slot. Crocker gets it to Zuckerman. Zuckerman has Goodale with him, 2-on-1. Adam Zuckerman tried to feed Goodale. It was blocked. Zuckerman back for Goodale. Holding. Can't get around Slochis. A great chance there for the Kings. Kyle Goodale behind the goal has possession of that puck. Stick handling there. Feeds Crocker. Crocker tried to get around his man. Couldn't do it. Flipped out towards the Stars bench. Zuckerman will chase after it. Zuckerman lost it to Seminara. Goodale plays it down low. Hage thought about coming out. Left it there for Adam Zuckerman. Goodale will head for a change. Zuckerman leaves it for Katz. Judd Katz in his own zone has Skirton up ahead. Katz to Zuckerman. Zuckerman back for Skirton. Pardon me, for Katz, I should say. Katz in his own zone. Stick handles. Pressure coming from Connor Snedden. Here comes Judd Katz on the right side. Callum Snedden back. Katz racing into the offensive zone, looking to find his passing options. Callum Snedden digging for possession. Renneboog in there as well. It'll be grabbed up now by Cole Jenkin. Jenkin back for Connor Snedden. Snedden looks to find a feed. It'll go all the way down the ice, and it'll be an icing call against the St. Thomas Stars. .5:27 left in this overtime period. Draw one by Skirton in the offensive zone. Looked to get it to Renneboog. Couldn't quite do it. It'll be held in by the Kings as the Stars look to create an attack. On the right side, it's Connor Snedden. Snedden moving into the offensive zone. Coming in. A shot. He fired it wide. After it is Jenkin, the puck will come out. Cole Jenkin. Stick handles there. Goes back into his own zone. Both teams will get a point tonight, putting the Stars at least 3, and Komoka will start their year with a point. Down low it's Sinney. Excuse me, that is Holden Clark. Coulter worked it free, but Jenkin back on it. Now here's Sinney at the point. Sinney over to Clark. Clark on the right side. Down low, here is Jenkin. Jenkin facing pressure from Justin Skirton. Cole Jenkin cutting to the crease. Cut off by Komoka. Racing for it, Arsinian Skirton. Skirton out there for a long shift. He'll try to get off if he can. Skirton nearly cut that pass, got enough of it to slow it down as Renneboog chases after it. He's also been out there a while. Here comes Sinney 2-on-1 with Holden Clark. Coulter, the lone man back. Clark a pass, pardon me, Sinney a pass towards Clark as he tried to do a spinorama and it didn't work. Now the Kings go back. It's Owen Hay and Tyler Renneboog. Renneboog on the right side, Hay on the left. Renneboog, Hay off his skate. It'll come back to Renneboog. Leaves it there for Owen Hay. Hay has an open Crocker. Hay looks to find an option. Renneboog needs to get off. He is exhausted. Hay leaves it for Crocker. Renneboog off, Burnside on. Chris Crocker chasing after it. Has possession for Komoka. Playing it on the backhand. Crocker Spins back out in front. The pass was cut off. Cine has that puck for the Stars. Spins back, leaves it there for Vandenacker. Vandenacker, stick handles, looks to get around Hay and does. Goes back, Cine deflects it in, will head off for a change. He desperately needed one, he was tired. Here is Nolan Burnside skating through center. Burnside, 2 assists tonight, moving into the offensive zone. Plays it on the backhand, has Hay and Katz. Nolan Burnside lost it, it'll come out. He'll stick handle in his own end, leaves it there for Judd Katz as Jackson Phillips pressures. Katz moves it through across the blue line. Katz tries to find a passing option, no one's there. He somehow maintained possession and the feed will come out. Burnside looking to keep it away from Phillips. Phillips digging for possession, Hay in there as well. He goes down, here come the Stars, 2-on-1. Pellerine and Phillips, Pellerine a shot! Big save by Omar Hage. Now Phillips looking for it. Here's Jackson Phillips and the net is off. Hage said, screw this, I'm leaving. You better whistle it down. As he was not going to play with a loose net that was on an angle. Cody Scott, Gavin McGahee-Smith, and Chris Coulter are the 3 that Adam Casey sends over the boards. 2:50 left in overtime. Scott will take the face-off. Usually a winger, can't win the draw. Pass out in front and went off the stick of Stetton. Spins it, fires, saved by Hage. 5-hole opens up for a moment, but Omar Hage stands tall in goal. Kings can't change according to the referee, though they were looking to. Scott will take the face-off again. Face-off won by St. Thomas, but Cody Scott in there quickly. Scott looks to work to McGahee-Smith, couldn't do it. Coulter in there as well. It's given away. Here is Connor Snedden facing pressure from Cody Scott. Snedden, stick handles, spins back. Holding is Callum Snedden. Back for Connor, and Omar Hage will cover up. Alex McLeod comes over the boards along with Adam Zuckerman. McGahee-Smith and Cody Scott will head off. McLeod with Zuckerman and Coulter to his left. Draw one by Alex McLeod. He can't get to that puck. He blocks his man from doing it as Adam Zuckerman's got it. Zuckerman tied the game with a goal. Can he win it? He'll spin back in his own end. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in overtime. Zuckerman gets hit. Will drop back in his own zone again. Zuckerman flips it to Coulter. Goes over his stick to McLeod. McLeod has Zuckerman streaking. Alex McLeod fed it towards where he thought Zuckerman was going, but he wasn't there. Franson back around towards Jenkin. McLeod pushing. Can he get there? No. It'll get deflected down, and Coulter's on it. Chris Coulter goes back. Here's McLeod. Alex McLeod on that puck. Stops up, spins back. Coulter's got it. Chris Coulter over to Adam Zuckerman. Zuckerman through into center. Has possession of the puck. Stick handles across the blue line. Gets knocked down. Tried to feed it back to McLeod. Couldn't do it. Now here come the Stars. 2-on-1 the other way. McLeod racing to get back. It's Franson and Jenkin, and they're offside. A prime opportunity for the St. Thomas Stars, but offside is called by the linesman. 1:23 left in overtime. It must have been by a stride because it was tight. Face-off won by Justin Skirton. He'll go back to Judd Katz. Katz over to Skirton. Skirton has Goodale to his right. Skirton stick handling. A toe drag there. Skirton tries to get around, can't do it. Here's Phillips. Jackson Phillips gives it away to Skirton in neutral ice. 3-on-2 of the Kings back, and he gives it away. Katz trying to race for it, can't get there. Here comes Cine, he gets by. Hage, oh my! Judd Katz kept it out. Hage was at center ice, but Katz got back to keep it out of the net. Do you believe it? It's an icing call against Komoka. Unbelievable. Omar Hage risked it for the biscuit, couldn't make the save. They got around him, and you can credit that stop to Judd Katz, who somehow got back. Unbelievable. Unbelievable performance, dedication, and drive by Judd Katz. trying to get back to make that save. Hage was way out of the net. And Cats had to come back. Here is Phillips. Phillips lost it to Goodale. Kyle Goodale has possession for Komoka. He skates across the red line into the offensive zone. Goodale's got it. He fires a shot. That'll go wide. Skirton after it. Plays it back down low. Here's Goodale. Goodale getting tied up with Vandenacker. Goes to Skirton. Skirton tried to feed it up to the point. Saw there wasn't an option. Spins back for Goodale. Back for Skirton. A shot. Great save by Slochis. St. Thomas now a chance the other way. Here is Cine. Cine across the blue line. Goes between his own legs. Katz is there with a poke check. This Kings group is tired. It was the one that made the save after Hage ventured out. 7 seconds left in overtime. Driving to the goal is Connor Snedden. And the net is loose. We get a whistle.
Oh, come on.
2.5 seconds left in overtime. Stars fans not happy that Omar Hage knocked the net loose there. Burnside and McLeod over the boards. 2.5 seconds. That's all the time that's left in overtime. Connor Snedden is pleading his case to the referee that Hage knocked that net off intentionally. Face-off one, hits the linesman. A shot that's blocked by Alex McLeod, and that's going to do it for overtime. We are headed to a shootout. We hope you like hockey because you're getting a lot of it tonight. We're off to a shootout because the 7-minute overtime with end-to-end action was not enough. It's your typical shootout format, nothing special about it. Best of 3 rounds. If it's tied, we'll extend. We'll see who Adam Casey sends over the boards for this shootout. Last season, you could guarantee Carter McElwain, Easton Cowan, Nick Yearwood, Caden Johnson were going over the boards. And Jagan Chanderdat will be the first man to head out there for Komoka. So Komoka will shoot first. Chanderdat gets sent out there. Chanderdat needs to fix his hair, readjust his helmet. Strathroy has beat the St. Mary's Lincolns 4-3 in overtime in an upset on opening night in St. Mary's. So here we go. Chanderdat, Slochis to start the shootout. Here comes Jagan Chanderdat. Moving in on Wyatt Slochis, who comes way out of his crease. Chanderdat in, fired it high. So Komoka misses their first shootout attempt. Omar Hage last year was 2-1 in the shootout, I believe. Callum Snedden will get the nod for the Stars. Snedden picks the puck up from center, will go wide out left, now moves back towards the middle. Hage coming out to greet him, takes a shot, big save by Omar Hage, covering up the 5-hole with his stick and keeping the puck out. For Komoka, it'll be Justin Skirton. Skirton coming in on the left, back to the middle. Skirton in, scores! Justin Skirton goes 5-hole, and Komoka leads the shootout 1-0. Skirton scored on practically the same move he scored on to open the scoring tonight, as St. Thomas will send out Josh Cine. Cine, the right-handed shot, will come straight down the middle. Omar Hage moving out. Cine, stick handles to the backhand. Hage keeps it out. A goal here wins it for Komoka. Adam Zuckerman will be the man that Adam Casey sends out to take this shot. He scores. Kings win. If he gets stopped, the pressure's on Omar Hage. Zuckerman Goes out to the right side, coming in on Sloches. He scores! Zuckerman buries the shootout winner, and Komoka is victorious in the season opener. Omar Hage made the saves he needed to in the shootout, and throughout the game, some spectacular stops. Justin Skirton scored his first in the GOJHL. So did Tyler Reneboog. Adam Zuckerman scored a big goal to tie things up late, and in the shootout, he gets the shootout winner. A terrific performance by Wyatt Sloches in the other goal, and Komoka wins this one by a score of 4-3. So the Kings are victorious to open the regular season. They got outshot in the game 34-26. As we mentioned, home opener is tomorrow night at the Wellness Center as the Kings take on the Chatham Maroons. We'll be there for you on Hockey TV in that contest. Thank you all very much for tuning in from the Joe Thornton Recreation Center. My name is Dylan Baker for Kenzie Bond, our technical help. And for all of our crew, we'll talk to you again tomorrow night. Have a good night, everyone.